on Facebook and YouTube or Instagram here. Waiting for the streaming software to
Corey Griffin's over here.
Alright, live on Facebook. And I'm not going to go live on Instagram. It looks like it's cutting. I'm going to go live real quick on Instagram. Just to see what it looks like. And I may have to shut it off. Because I don't like how it looks. If this is truly how it's streaming. Waiting for it to go live. Okay. See if I can pull this up here so we can see Facebook comments. There we go. Damn it. Excuse my French. I gotta figure out how to log into Facebook real quick. Actually, I'll worry about that in a minute. We gotta get this blade replaced. I don't know if I want to do this right in front of the camera. This may be embarrassing. Like we've got, let me pull up Facebook here, guys. I'll look at your comments. Pulled up on my phone for now here. You got to replace a wiper blade. Oh, that chaser talking to, he's south of, that fire is south of town. He's watching it.
The grass fire?
Yeah, where all those fire trucks are going. So let's see if I can get this replaced super quick. And then we can go take a look at maybe a fire. Wiper blades are not my friend. Hello, Lisa from your cruise ship. What's up? as well fight this in here for a moment. Why did it say to do this? If I can just get this piece on the wiper blade, we'd be smooth sailing from here. Guys, we got storms that are going to be initiating pretty much directly to our west here in the next hour or so. So we're stationed in extreme south central Nebraska in Fairbury, awaiting the storm development and trying to do a wiper blade repair. So bear with me for just a moment as I try and figure this out. Get this thing on. Now I got oversized loads coming in, kicking up dust. I feel like these are supposed to just snap on. Oh. I think I see how it's supposed to go. Come on. Maybe it goes this way.
That's what I posted.
Awesome. I love it. Oh, come on. I don't want to fight this all day. We got it! We got it, chat.
Might as well swing around to the front where the gas pumps are.
You wanna go check out that fire? Why is it streaky like that? Oh. You wanna go check out that fire? Why is it streaky like that? Oh, really? No. Oh.
Let me throw this trash away.
Oh, yeah.
And your oh.
Oh, yeah. run to the trash cans, and then we can go find something fun to do.
Dump your poop bag.
I'm gonna try and go slow, because otherwise the car is gonna yell at us for not having our seatbelts on. And I don't think anyone wants to hear that. I'm gonna try and go slow, because otherwise the car is gonna yell at us for not having our seatbelts on. So yeah, again guys, we're in Fairbury, Nebraska, extreme south central Nebraska. And see, here we go. Let me pull up there. Just these pumps are full. Bear with us. We're gonna get the car to shut up here. Oh, yeah. It's like a horrible reverb with all this live stream. Is that? Oh, I think let me get the seatbelts locked in here.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. Hold on, sorry guys. There we go. We're gonna get this thrown away. Get this wiper blade thing thrown away here. All the trash. Okay.
There's a trash can right up there.
Yep.
There's a trash can right there.
Yep. All right. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and drop south. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Sounds like there might be a fire ongoing here south of Fairbury, Nebraska. We've got really strong winds that lead these fires to kind of get out of control pretty quick. So we're going to go see how they're doing with that from a safe distance, obviously. And we are just waiting on storms to develop here in the next hour or so, just off to our west. So as soon as storm initiation becomes a little bit more clear, we will probably see a severe thunderstorm watch be issued at some point. But for the time being, it looks like it may be closer to that 5 to 6 p.m. time frame for storms to develop. I can already see the haze here kind of way up in the horizon here. Looks like there may be a fire for sure. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope the stream runs smooth for you. Putting a lot of work into this, and I've got more upgrades lined up. It's just taking some time to get them implemented. Instagram viewers, or Instagram, I'm going to try and get a special stream for you guys too. I believe I can set my stream up so that way it can be vertically for you guys. So if I'm not streaming on Instagram now, I will be soon. And I'm just waiting to get permission from TikTok to stream with them. So otherwise, I hope to hit all the platforms for everyone. So again, guys, if you watched my video earlier, the tornado risk is pretty conditional today. I don't know if we're going to have enough moisture in the air to allow tornadoes to happen. But either way, if we can get a couple supercells to develop here in the next couple hours, they should have a really, really pretty structure to them, especially leading into sunset. So hopefully at the very least, we can get a really pretty view to end out the chase. Yeah, I had to come up to Fairbury though. There's a Ziggy's Coffee. For those of you who have been out to Colorado, either chasing or just for any purpose, you probably know what Ziggy's is. Had to come get it. Alright, yeah, I see the smoke plume kind of off to, I guess it'll be my west just a little bit, just kind of southwest. I don't want to get too far south back into Kansas, so we'll go check it out. And then we're still keeping a close eye on radar and satellite, watching for a signal that storms are imminent. But I know it says in the weather bar there below on the bottom of my screen here that the gusts are 15 miles per hour. They're honestly gusting closer to 30 plus. There is a couple weather stations to our south in Kansas that were just registering 32 and 28 mile per hour wind gusts. So that's going to be our last little wave of moisture advection making its way up for the event. Hays, Kansas, a couple hours ago reported a 67 mile per hour non-thunderstorm wind gust. So it's windy out there today. But we made it to 80 degrees out here. I'm trying to have Facebook pulled up every now and then to check out comments, but otherwise I'm going to try and add comments in the chat too, or into the stream. Should be coming up on this fire here just over the hill, guys. Hopefully it's not too out of control. Response. May come back up over here actually and sit. That's not a bad spot. Just to the south of town. Or need a place to sit and watch the clouds for just a bit. Alright, well, yeah, guys, there's really not many other roads to sit and watch this fire. There's a pretty big response from the fire department, the volunteer fire department on this, so I don't know if it was a controlled burn that got out of control when the sudden gust of winds hit. Is my best guess. But thankfully, it does not appear to be a horrible wildfire. So we're going to come back up here to this county road.
It's not there.
That silo, there's a road. So we need to be pointing that way. So yeah. See, there might be a place right here, guys. See if we can pull onto this quiet little road right here. Yeah, there's a lot more white smoke coming from that fire over there. I'll point you guys that way. Yeah, TJ's gonna try and point it out to you guys here.
There.
You can kind of see some of that faint, darker smoke. It's really subtle on the stream, but it's also subtle in person too. That's down near the Nebraska-Kansas state line from the looks of things. So I'm going to see what's up here. Well, we'll just keep pointing at the fire for now. There's nothing exciting to look at over there yet. I'm going to take a quick look at satellite here. Oh yeah, look, TJ. There's a really big cumulus field forming. I'm going to experiment real quick and see if I can show you guys. I don't know if... Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to connect the phone a different way to show you guys the satellite. That'll be something to work on. Instagram viewers, again, if you're watching, let me know if the stream is cut off in any way. This is my first time trying Instagram, so I'm not sure what the stream looks like. I think I have to change the settings. If you're watching, let me know. What happens if you turn your phone?
You can't.
You can't. Okay, yeah, guys, so it's cut off on Instagram. So I will be sure to change that. I'm going to have to adjust the settings for the next stream. So hopefully we can still get you guys a cool view. But for the full viewing experience, look, there goes another one running lights. Another fire truck. In the meantime, guys, my YouTube, my Facebook, Twitch, and X, those are all full horizontal viewing, so you'll get the full picture. I apologize, it's cut off on Instagram. Thank you. And thank you for bearing with me. You sure, man?
There ain't no damn fire.
Well, there's smoke.
The white man smoke.
Did that guy post any pictures?
Mm-mm.
So yeah, guys, the conditions today, wind shear wise, we have a lot of turning winds with height, so there's a lot of shear today, which is why we're going to get such sculpted supercells if they're able to develop. That also does enhance the tornado risk, especially for any supercells that are riding the boundary. As in like the warm front or cold front, we have what's called a stationary boundary today. So it's not moving as a cold front, not moving as a warm front. It's just kind of sitting there, plus or minus about 100 miles or so. And the limiting factor we have for tornadoes today, as you can see in the bottom of the screen, it says that the dew point here is 51 degrees. And I know it says the temperature is 68, but it's actually 78. So the weather station has not updated yet. So we're at 78 degrees. Our dew point is 51 degrees. So we have over 25 degree difference between our temperature and our dew point. And when that happens, that means that the cloud bases are going to be really high up in the sky. And we might be able to visualize that to you here at some point. The clouds you see on the screen right now are kind of high based, for example.
Maybe that's the new fire.
Wait, look how thick that got.
That's further south. That's into Kansas.
Yeah. You guys see how thick that smoke's getting down there. That's fire's getting out of control. But anyway, when you have high cloud bases, it's much harder to produce tornadoes. And so if we get more moisture here in these final couple hours, we might be able to squeeze out a brief tornado. You can smell it. Smells like barbecue. So yeah, guys, that's our limiting factor of tornadoes today. But we're still going to be out here chasing it. We still want to see some really cool structure. It may just be slightly later than we were hoping. So bear with us. Hopefully another hour or so, we should have a storm going. There's a pretty big, what we call cumulus field off to our west, which is basically a big field of clouds that are eventually going to develop into a storm. And so we're watching that. We're looking south right now, but the cumulus field's out to our west. And when it starts getting more filled in, I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's just kind of popcorn right now. And so now we're just playing the waiting game of storm chasing. So if you guys have any feedback about the stream, please do not hesitate to let me know. This is the very beginnings of me trying this, so I'm definitely looking to improve any way I can. And if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know too. And like I said, next time I'll have my camera set up so that way I can move it around a lot easier to show you guys other things other than a straightforward view. And I'm also looking to maybe add another camera for streaming, so we'll see. Stuart and I, with Blackout Storm Chasing, when we were chasing last week, we did a nice hard test of this streaming and stress testing it, so we're getting there. But today we're out with TJ McQuaid, McQuaid WX on Twitter, TJ Photography on Facebook. And this smoke's coming right towards us because we have straight southerly winds here, so we're already starting to smell it a little bit, but it's about to get a lot thicker as they try to fight this fire. Potential wildfire. I'm not sure what it's like, but we're not going to go that far south to find out. I'm going to get the GoPro. I have a 360 GoPro I put on the roof of my car. I'm going to get the battery put in, SD card put in, make sure that's ready to go. Looks like there's a second fire going to the south now, or further to the west. That one looks like it just got started too. Alright. So yeah, guys, another thing too, donations are always appreciated, but they are never expected or required. Storm chasing is not a cheap hobby, but we love to do it. And we are out there anyways for all these setups to keep everybody informed. So, hey Gizmo, yes, I am ready for the multi-day outbreak. It's going to be a really busy one. Welcome to the stream. I'm probably not chasing Saturday. I might chase Sunday, but for sure, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week looks like it might get interesting. So stay tuned to my page. I'm going to keep everybody updated, and of course there will be more live streams if I get out there. Just getting my equipment ready, guys. Bear with me. You can see the fire going on to our south. There's the main fire off to that left side, and then it looks like there's a new fire that's trying to develop off to the right side, further west. And we're sitting just south of Fairbury, Nebraska. Just getting equipment mounted up and ready to rock and roll. And also, guys, I am trying to monitor chat as much as I can. That's going to be on my list. First thing to do is to find some ways so I can monitor all the platforms easier. You want to lick the bugs off this GoPro cover for me?
Nope.
Okay. Figured I'd offer.
Not today.
Beep, beep, beep. I got another wiper blade too if that big one starts going out. I still got that Burger King crown.
You should wear it.
I should. Oh, so much crap. I know, guys, this is not the fun part about storm chasing. It's a lot of hurry up and wait. And that's what's going on right now. Nice. Just out the window.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can really see that smoke now clearly there, huh? Oh, I hope you stay safe, Gizmo. My phone is charging slowly, but it is. Yeah, stay safe, Gizmo. I'll be out chasing those days most likely. So tune into the stream if you want to see what I'm looking at. Come follow along with me. It's going to be an interesting couple days. I know they're talking tornadoes. I'm just not sure. I want to get a little bit closer to the time before I start making any predictions. So it's just best to stay prepared in that window. I know Kansas City is going to be in the risk too, so we'll see how close to home I stay myself. So yeah, guys, for those of you who just started tuning in, we're currently sitting south of Fairbury, Nebraska, literally just about 5 miles north of the Kansas-Nebraska state line. We're waiting for storms to initiate off to our west, and it looks like that could happen here in the next hour or so, and hopefully we'll get a really pretty supercell. Any supercells that are able to form today will have a risk of very large hail, 2 inches or bigger, up to 65 mile per hour wind gusts, and then a tornado or two does remain possible, and one of those tornadoes could be strong, as in EF2. So it'll be real interesting to see what happens today. Our limiting factor for tornadoes is a lack of moisture. We are kind of getting a good amount of moisture up here, but it's still under the level of what I'm looking for more certainty for tornadoes. So we're going to call that a conditional risk today, but nonetheless, we are here covering it should that risk happen. Yeah, Gizmo, I've heard some chasers say it's the most active week since 2011. And I'm not quite sure how to fully compare that. I need to do some more research into it, but it's certainly shaping up to be a really active week. I think we may have more potent weeks later this season, but this one is definitely worth paying attention to, and it's got me ready to go as a storm chaser.
Shoot. Yep, you suck.
I'm texting my mom, guys. She's jealous that we got Ziggy's coffee. And again, for those of you who have maybe been out to Colorado for any reason, you might have seen or been to Ziggy's Coffee. It's kind of a franchise out there, but they have a few in Nebraska. So the second I saw it on the map, I knew I was coming to Fairbury today to get some Ziggy's coffee. Oh yeah, Gizmo. The Tiv 2 and Dominator 3 are definitely still out there, so you might see them. I know some people don't like to see them if they're driving through their city, but they're really, really cool vehicles if you get a chance to see either of them in person. And both of the guys, Reed Timmer and Ryan Shepard, who owns the Tiv, those are both really nice guys, super great to talk to. They're more than happy to show it to you as long as they're not in a rush to get to a storm chase. So definitely keep an eye out for them. I was able to run into the Dominator 3 just last week and Reed Timmer and his whole crew. And I haven't seen the Tiv since last season, so maybe I'll see the Tiv soon too. I'm so glad somebody revived it again. It's such a cool vehicle. And for those of you unfamiliar with the TIV-2 or the Dominator 3, the TIV-2 used to be owned by a gentleman by the name of Sean Casey. You may know him from the Discovery series Storm Chasers. But the TIV-2 is a vehicle that was designed to withstand being hit by a tornado, all while Sean Casey is filming that tornado in IMAX film from a revolving dome on top of the vehicle. And then the Dominator 3 is owned by Reed Timmer, who is still very much out there and very active in the research community. And he is launching a lot of really cool research projects this year with his partner, Will Clay. I encourage you guys to check out those vehicles. They're super cool, really fun to see in action. And there's actually a Mythbusters episode about both of these vehicles withstanding like 300 mile per hour winds from a jet engine. So definitely check that out. Reed, Dominator 3 drove through your hometown. Nice. I hope he comes back too. And not because there's a tornado nearby, but you know what I mean. I hope you get to see him.
New cell popped up in Concordia.
Yeah, wait. Oh, that's way south. We're looking at radar real quick, guys.
I mean, it just popped up.
Looks like we're finally getting some bubblers right here. So yeah, guys, I can't actually show you radar here. Give me a quick moment. Is that moving our way, that Concordia one?
Moving due east.
Oh, literally.
It's about...
Yeah, the original TIV gizmo is sick.
43 miles to the southwest.
I do wonder what happened to the TIV-1. I know it's out there somewhere. Guys, the radar popped up in there, so let me adjust over here. Hello, Mr. J from Kansas City. Fellow Kansas Cityan. I have a gusty storms move through tonight around 11 to midnight. So there might be some damaging winds in it, but it may also be disorganized. So at the very least, we'll have some rumbles of thunder here around 11 to midnight tonight. Let you guys up to right all the way up here. Go. Alrighty, guys. So this is like. Let's see if you guys can see this. So this is what I can draw here. This area right here. So that's where we're at. Excuse the really bad drawing. We're watching some cells that are popping up down here. And then this kind of line you see very faintly, that's a boundary that we're watching. So we're just set out of this boundary, and we're watching for potential fire around this area, if not maybe further on the boundary. We've got some stuff developing down here to the south, in Kansas. We'll keep it down. Also, our favorite tornado is going to be along the boundary. So that's what we're hoping for. It just may be slightly later in the night before they fire, and by later in the night I mean like 6 or 7 o'clock maybe. So that's our situation and what radar looks like right now, and if I can check back in with you guys on radar, I certainly will, and feel free to ask too. and I can get it pulled up. Oh, that's really cool, Gizmo. I didn't know that.
Painted black and feathered spikes like a TIV 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to see if I know who's restoring that TIV 1. That would be really sweet. So yeah, guys, that fire to our south is still going. You can kind of faintly see it on the bottom of your screen there, but it looks like they are doing a really great job of putting it out despite the windy conditions.
Looks like Robert Clayton is restoring the TIV 1.
Robert Clayton.
He's a Wichita-based storm chaser.
Oh, I think I've heard of him. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find him. I think he just does a lot of restoration. Alright guys, I'm just going to turn you around, turn you to our west here. This is where we're watching for storms to initiate.
I think he found it abandoned on a Kansas farm and took ownership.
So yes, little fun story that many of you might not actually know about the TIV. A while back when Sean Casey decided that he could no longer or did no longer want to do anything with the TIV, he posted a tweet or a Facebook post at the time and said that the TIVs were located on some farm in this general area. And he kept it very broad. I mean, there was like 2 or 3 states you could look at of where the TIV could be. And he dropped little clues, kind of like a little Easter egg hunt of where the TIV's at. And my old chasing partner and I got that location pinpointed down to about a 15 to 25 mile radius of where we believed that the TIV was. We almost drove out to that location to try and retrieve the TIV. Because in the post, Sean Casey stated that whoever found the TIV, both of them, got to keep them. So it was kind of a mini frenzy for a few chasers for a couple days there to find and recover the TIV, because understandably so, Sean did not want the TIV to just rust away in some shed because it has so much life in it. And so thankfully, a couple chasers, good chasers, were able to get their hands on it and do justice with it. TIV 2 is back out on the road and has been for a few years. And now that Gizmo just told me, TIV 1 is due to be back on the road, hopefully here in the next couple years as they restore it to a more modern condition and get it up to date, since it's over a decade, almost 2 decades old. So, fun little side story about the TIV that you may or may not know. Yeah, guys, just thought I'd share that for fun. We obviously didn't get the TIV. A little disappointed, but those are not cheap vehicles to maintain and restore. So I'm very glad it got into the right hands and we're able to see it back out there like old times. But what we're seeing out our window here is what we call a cumulus field. And you can see kind of just the lower bubbly, puffy clouds. Those are the clouds that will eventually grow into big thunderstorms or supercells later today. And so as a storm chaser, there's a lot of waiting that you have to do, unfortunately. And this is one of those moments where we got out here a little bit earlier, where we thought storms could potentially start. And now we have to sit here and watch this beautiful landscape of countryside and wait for these storms to initiate. Once they do initiate, we are going to stay kind of in front of it. A lot of chasers get up under the storm and they want to be up against that tornado. Nothing against that at all. but we may have a very photogenic day today where those supercells, they look like motherships, like UFOs in the sky. That's kind of what that may be what we have today. And so I want to be a little bit further away. I want to see the whole storm and just capture the entire beauty of it. Especially once we get to sunset here, you guys are going to be blown away by the golden hour that storm chasing brings. It is some of the best pictures we get as storm chasers are during that golden hour, when we have that backlit orange sky with the big supercell. I can't wait to show you guys that, and I sure hope it happens today. Any supercell that does develop today, again, this is going to be for north central Kansas, south central Nebraska, further east towards that Missouri River area, so the tri-state Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri area. That whole corridor is going to see potential supercells along with potential clustered storms that can carry hail up to 2 inches or bigger, winds up to about 65 miles per hour, and like I've been mentioning, we do have a little tornado threat today too. It is a very conditional tornado threat. There's also a conditional strong tornado threat, so like an EF2 tornado. So even though it is not very likely today, we are going to be here if it happens, and we are going to get it on stream for you all to see live. Storms should be firing here in the next hour or so, and I can't wait to show you guys. We're already seeing some development, and we're just going to keep waiting. So if you guys have any questions, comments, you name it, shoot it my way. This is the time where I'm able to answer questions and kind of interact with you guys, because once the chase gets going, I'm going to be really focused on that, and I will have less time to address comments. But I will always try to get to as many as I can. That's so cool, Gizmo. That's gonna be my little rabbit hole I dive down tomorrow once we get back from this chase. Because I am very intrigued to see what the life of the new TIV is gonna be. I'm so happy to hear that it's being worked on. And again, guys, the temperature down below is off by quite a bit. I don't know if the weather station just hasn't updated yet, but we are sitting at about 78 degrees here in Fairbury, or just south of Fairbury, Nebraska. And we do have some pretty good dew points in the low 50s. So we have the conditions we need for storms. We're starting to see the little bubblers pop up here and there. So now we just need to wait for one to get organized. I'm going to see if I can mess with Twitch here too, guys. I haven't had chat pulled up. That's the other thing I need to get pulled up. I'm really happy, excuse me, that I'm able to get on all the platforms for you guys. But it's definitely a learning curve for sure. I love it. I truly do. Okay, so really cool, really cool thing here going on, guys. I'm going to zoom you in. So you see the storm over here, right there at the edge of my finger. You can kind of see the smoothness towards the top there. Not the very top, but just below. I don't know if you guys can see any of the smooth next to those puffy clouds. That's a storm trying to develop, and it's trying to burst through the cap. So I'm looking at, kind of see at the very edge of my finger right there, there's a little smooth cloud sticking out. You can actively see storms trying to break the cap. Not able to see it very often, but that is a true sign that we have storms beginning to fire. And at any point, one will take over, and we will have hopefully our storm to watch for the day. So I hope you're able to see that, and I explained it as best as I can. I'm going to try and get some another better view.
That's what I was looking at.
If we get another one. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
I was like, wait a minute. Is that what I'm thinking?
This is what I love about storm chasing, guys, and why it's so cool. When you're reading about all these textbook things and terminologies and different aspects about storm chasing, being able to see it and practice it in the field in person here is something that I absolutely cherish, and that's why I want to share with you guys exactly what's going on and all the different things that go into storm chasing, because there's a lot that happens all at once sometimes too. So I'm gonna see if I can get into Twitch on my laptop here. We're just continuing to watch storms, waiting for them to blossom here, hopefully fairly soon. Thank you guys for bearing with me, and I am so glad you're here with me. I'm here to show you all the aspects of chasing, boring and the fun. And now for me, I don't really personally find this boring. I love sitting out in the countryside, especially if chaser friends come around or you're just kind of sitting there alone. You're able to just kind of be with yourself. Okay, Twitch, I've got your chat pulled up. I'm not sure how often I'm going to be able to look at it, but I made it easier for me. So hopefully I can say hi to you guys. That's super cool, Gizmo. Give me just a second, let me get back to the driver's seat. No, that's super cool, Gizmo. Storms are really, really cool. And that's kind of how I got into storms and storm chasing too. I'd always been really interested in it, and once you get enough storms close to your house or close to your area, your interest really sparks. And I just really pursued it. And so I encourage you, please keep at it. Please keep studying things, different storm chasing things, meteorology, how to read models and stuff like that. You can certainly get out here someday and do exactly what I'm doing and what a lot of these other big chasers are doing, is just out here storm chasing and being able to go explore new areas. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a strong tornado. EF2. Thank goodness it passed over you before doing it. I think we can all agree we don't want anything to hit our house or anybody else's house. So yeah, guys, you can kind of see the puffy clouds up ahead. We're still just playing the waiting game.
Should take it off.
Yeah. Do you watch a lot of other storm chasing streams, Gizmo? There's a lot of really cool guys out there too. I'm really glad you're with me. I'll sometimes get a little bit closer like those guys will. So stick with me, guys, and you'll see some pretty crazy footage. This is my first year being able to live stream it all, and I'm super excited to be able to do it. I've got a Starlink up on my vehicle roof, so as long as I'm not in really heavy rainfall, I will keep a connection, and I will always be able to provide this streaming for you guys. Reed Timmer. Oh yeah, High Risk Chris. Yes. It's been a minute since I've watched him. He's super cool. I know Reed's out here today. We'll see if the Dominator passes us at all. But we've got storms really starting to blossom out to our west. One of them had a little bit of a lightning strike. I may churn you guys here in a moment. Because we're looking maybe a little bit further south now. We're looking straight west right now, but we're looking at some storms off to our southwest that are beginning to bubble. Oh, Severe Studios. Yeah. Jordan Hall's a pretty cool dude. I haven't met Corey. I don't believe I've met Corey Hartman before, but Jordan Hall, he's super fun. He gets some really good footage too. Shout out to the other guys that chase with Jordan. Steven Bruscher, really awesome. Really awesome guy. He has a really good camera. Gets really sick video footage. Those of you who've been sticking around though, first of all, thank you. But second of all, you've probably noticed that the foreground's changed as the clouds start getting thicker. So we're starting to get more agitation in the sky. Things are starting to bubble up more, and we're just waiting for a dominant storm to break out.
Like those down Norway?
Mm-hmm. So as we're looking at satellite here, and again, I will find a way to show you guys. We're seeing the boundary that's pretty sharp. A lot of storms developing that you're seeing out ahead. And so we're just waiting for one of them to become dominant. And the other thing we look at is what's called the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center Mesoscale Analysis page. Anyone can look that up on the SPC website. Yeah, Gizmo, that's the other thing. If you haven't looked up the SPC Mesoscale site, that's a really great way to look at all the weather products in real time. And that's something that we use a lot on the day of and hours before storm chasing. And so we're just looking at a few different parameters with it. LCLs are like 1750, they're up there. So we've got really high base clouds today, which we expected. And the models are pretty consistent that, dang, that was at 9 o'clock. That was late. We got storms forming now, guys, so hopefully, like I keep saying an hour, and keep saying an hour, but truly, in this 6 to 7 o'clock time frame is when we should really have a supercell going. That's what we are hoping for. Got some encouraging signs, as you can see on the screen, just a lot of clouds filling in. And we're still sitting at 78 degrees here in Fairbury, Nebraska. So I'm gonna see if I can mess with the temp, perhaps. Need to figure out if it's the weather station that's not updating or if it's my script. So let let me take a look here. Yeah, it's showing 70, so let's take a look at the script. This is part of the trial and error with building a stream. So bear with me, guys, as I take a quick look at this real quick. And hopefully, let me pull up radar for you guys to look at too in the corner while I deal with this. That way you guys can keep an eye on what we're looking at too. So I'm gonna make it, it's gonna be big for a second, but I'm gonna shrink it down so it doesn't take up as much of the screen. So let me circle where we are again, guys. We are right here. Right here. So let me figure out this temperature thing. I don't want to mess with it too much and it go away on me. Hopefully this is a quick fix. I think maybe it's just not refreshing. And hopefully it's a quick deal here. So yeah, guys, we're sitting south of Fairbury, Nebraska, awaiting potential supercell development at any point in time here. Any point in time. So we need to replace that part with HTML. Okay, let me see here. It's really cool. I'm able to offer you guys live location and weather conditions. I just need to get it working properly. GPS constantly updating. See it leave the screen here for a moment while I restart it. And we will get it right back up here. Launches.
Where's Fair Thunderstorm launch?
Alright, we got, you guys see that shaded box pop up on the radar screen there. We just had a severe thunderstorm watch issued. So give me a moment. Oh, you can answer that if you want. Tell her we're on stream if you put it on speaker.
Hi. What's up? Where were your keys?
Okay.
On top of the car.
Oh, on top of the car. That's a good place for them. Okay, guys, we're in Fairbury, so let me see if I can get this thing to work. So yeah, guys, we're under a severe thunderstorm watch right now. I can pull up the text box for you real quick while I work on this wonderful box down below. That's this location box. So here's our severe thunderstorm watch that was just issued. So scattered damaging winds and isolated significant to 75 miles per hour is possible. Scattered large and isolated very large hail events up to 2.5 inches, and a tornado or two is possible.
Right.
This is in effect from now until 11 p.m. And it's going to be a moment for me to get this location thing fixed, so stand by with me. Scott. So I don't think it's on here. See if it'll update. Trial and error. But what's not going to be trial and error is there's going to be a storm, guys, and we're going to be here for it. Got a couple more fixes to do, goodness me. Is this the right? Nope. It might work though. Still working on some things. If you guys have any questions or anything, I am looking at chat. I am more than happy to answer them. I appreciate you guys being here with me and storm chasing with me, and we should hopefully get some action here soon. I'm so excited I'm able to do it this year and share it with you guys. This is so cool. I'll tell you what, a lot of these streamers out here, much respect, because this is not the easiest to build, but it's so rewarding. So let me copy this other part here, and then I'll take a look at chat. I'm really hoping this does not crash. I can get the old version in, thankfully. But you know how it works. Yes, Gizmo. I have seen a tornado. TJ has too. We've seen quite a few tornadoes. I've seen about 35 tornadoes now. This is my 7th year storm chasing. The strongest one I have seen was a mile-wide wedge tornado that occurred in Linwood, Kansas back on May 28th, 2019. If I remember right, I believe it's May 28th. That was a very local chase for me, being from Kansas City. Hit very close to home. That is the last EF4 I have seen. I've seen a couple EF3s, but that is for sure the strongest one I've seen. Yeah, it was surreal to be in that moment and to see something of that size. Something I won't forget. That's for sure. It's why I live, eat, breathe, sleep bleed for this hobby, guys. It's once you get out here, you'll understand, and I hope you guys are all able to safely get out here with trained professionals or tour groups or however that may be. But we've got a storm going up directly in front of us right now that's got some lightning strikes on it. So let me step back here to the computer. I'll be able to see your comments still. But I'm continuing to troubleshoot. I don't think that's sent. That's mean. Yeah, Gizmo, 1 mile wide. It's really hard to comprehend what a mile wide tornado looks like. And that's why it was really dangerous, is a lot of people thought they were driving into a bunch of rain, but that entire so-called rain curtain was a tornado. So it's very scary. My buddy and I had to steer people away from it because they were just going to drive into it. They had no idea what they were looking at. That's why we are out here, and that's why we are passionate to be out here. Let's see if that was the right one. Okay, so I need to copy this. Yeah, the coolest tornado though I've seen, probably Lincoln, Nebraska, April 26th of 2024. That's the outbreak TJ and I were on. 8 tornadoes, ranging from EF to EF3 in strength, and talk about a career day, guys. That was just unreal. I'm back at the computer here for a moment. We do, like I said, we got storms popping up, so if this doesn't work here, we'll just revert back to the old version. Wind decided the door was going to close. Oh, here it is. Oh, wait. Oh, it's, oh, yeah. Alright, bear with me just a moment, guys, and I will look at comments here. Let's see. Wait, what? Oh, I bet it's this one. No. Just a second, guys. I am coming over. This is going to be a step-by-step fix here. So again, you'll probably see it briefly, leave the screen, and then it will be right back. And again, that's just the text at the bottom, the stream's staying here, we're not going anywhere. That's crazy, Gizmo. That's scary to think about. Those tornadoes are rare and they are no joke.
What, EF4?
Yeah, tell me about the mode.
Oh.
Undo. Save. Alright, let's try this again. I apologize, I'm having a mess at this right now. We're probably going to have to roll with this. At least it tells you guys the county. I don't know why it's switching and trying to give you county and not the city name like it was before. Technology is wonderful. And it works for you 100% of the time, right? So we're just going to keep messing with this for a moment here. So I'd like for you guys to have something up there. And I think we got it. Okay, it should be coming back up here on the screen. Yeah, that'd be really bad, Gizmo. No storm shelters. Alright, so I apologize again, guys. The location and temp and dew point and the wind. Let me get in the driver's seat. The wind is not showing up as accurate. Temp and dew point and location are going to be right with the county. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in front of us here, guys. Again, this storm right in front of us is severe thunderstorm warned. It is moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. I'm sure you guys can see the radar box. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that off screen here. Or let me see if I can move it in the corner for you guys and see what it looks like. See if I can zoom in for you. That'd be really cool. And then we're going to go get us a severe thunderstorm. How does that sound? Sometimes it's a little buggy. To a whole different thing. Let's come here. Just know the storm we are on. Try and keep it a bit open for you guys. Alright, let me go ahead and shrink this in the corner. There you go. Not too bad, eh? It kind of looks like a kidney bean. It kind of did. The storm to the south that's not severe thunderstorm warned kind of does, and that is a common shape we look for. That kidney bean shape. What do you think?
Just waiting game.
I may go up to the top of that hill right there so we can get a full view.
It isn't a skirt to the northeast of here.
It is. See if we can get you. Oh, seatbelt. Sorry. It's gonna be obnoxious if you don't put that on. And I'm gonna slap you around. They can't see you. I promise I'm not slapping them around. Oh, and the storm to the south went severe thunderstorm warning too. The one I was just kind of talking about there, Gizmo.
Call CPS. Oh yeah, that's better.
This is a great view, guys. So because we're gonna have kind of high base storms today, we're really just gonna kind of sit here.
Let's stop here.
I wish this tree wasn't right here. We're gonna sit here and let the storms kind of come to us. We'll get a really good view. Hey, good timing. There's a car coming, or truck. So let me get stream to catch up here. So guys, what we got in front of us right now is the severe thunderstorm warned storm. We've actually got two of them. We've got one right here, and there's another one right here. We got two severe thunderstorm warnings, and we are in a perfect spot to just kind of observe them. They're warned for, this one here is warned for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So it's just a base severe thunderstorm warning. And then we've got this one here warned for half dollar size hail, which is 1.25 inches in size. And in case if you're wondering, yes, I have lost many windshields. I say many, a couple windshields, but this one's about to go too. So yeah, guys, thank you again. I cannot thank you enough for being here. These storms are coming right for us, so the views are only going to get better. And as one storm becomes dominant, that's when the structure is really going to come into play. So it looks real messy, kind of not fun right now, but give it some time to really organize itself. Or, I'm trying not to be cringy, but if you let it cook, let these storms cook, we'll have a heck of a view to see. The storms that you are looking at right in front of us are about 35 miles out there, which means they will be here in about 1 hour. So yeah, Gizmo, if a storm develops a V-notch or a flying eagle shape, if you like really big hail, that is definitely a storm to chase. Anytime you see a V-shape, or like Gizmo said, that flying eagle, that is an indicative storm structure to very, very large hail. Typically in excess of 2.5 inches or greater. And so those storms, because you have such an intense rotating storm, they can produce tornadoes. Typically though, they will produce more hail before they convert to tornadoes. So it's definitely one to watch, one to be close to. But just be prepared and be knowledgeable that there's really big hail in there, so you don't want to mess with it. I'll typically drive into about ping pong ball size hail, and anything bigger and I get scared. You guys can't really see it on stream very well. Maybe you can see it there. Mind the bird poop, but you can kind of see a few dents on that hood. That was from the last chase in Illinois about a month ago. In Indiana, where I got 6 tornadoes that day. And unfortunately, I did live stream it on my Facebook, but I didn't have YouTube ready. So now that YouTube's ready, you guys are not going to miss a chase if I'm on it. So yeah, guys, it says I'm in a... Dang, that's a good photo. You guys might have seen TJ taking some photos out there. Radar might have covered. Yeah, guys, let me know if you like that radar there in the bottom corner or not. It may be too small to read, and I'll figure out a different way. It's just stuff. So let me just do a quick catch up here. Also going to post this live stream here on my stories, guys. Those who are not tuning in yet, come tune in. Again, we are live on YouTube, Twitch, X, Facebook, which it may show up. I need to make sure it pulls up right. But Facebook, And then Instagram too, but Instagram, it may not be the best viewing experience, so I do apologize. Oof. Oh boy. Get that sucker posted. Yeah, Gizmo, you're spot on. If you see a storm with a hook, or I'm sorry, not a hook, but a V, a flying eagle feature like that, it is almost certainly a supercell. And remember, guys, not all supercells produce tornadoes. Supercells produce big hail too. And with a very rare exception, supercells generally, again, Kankakee, Illinois was an exception this year. Supercells generally cannot produce very large hail and strong tornadoes at the same time. It's normally one or the other. So if you're seeing really, really big hail, again, if it's tornado warned, take shelter. And even if it's not, take shelter. Hail really, bigger than softballs can come through your roof. So still, please take shelter. But sometimes they may just produce the big hail and not the tornado, but it doesn't take much for them to switch that mode and start putting down a big tornado like Kankakee. So it doesn't matter if you're under a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning. It's important to stay away from windows, get to that interior room, flip on YouTube, watch me chase it outside of your house, and stay safe from it.
Here it is.
Boy, that's such a good photo. Dude, was that 0.5?
Yeah.
Nice. 0.5 is underrated, y'all, on phone cameras. So yeah, Gizmo, for sure, any V-notch storm, any flying eagle storm, still definitely a supercell. Still gotta take it seriously, and it doesn't mean no tornado threat. It just means maybe just a notch less. Big one possible.
EF5 or greater. It's an EF8.
EF8. Just kind of turning for you guys so you can see this other. Got some rain shafts all around. There we go.
Good. You can see it good now.
Look at the, guys see that ray, a sun peeking through the clouds right there? That's really pretty. Oh yeah, that looks really good on stream. Oh, I know, Gizmo. I was telling someone the other day, if I had a dime for every time I pass through a small town and there's people standing out on their porch or yard while there's tornado sirens going, I'd be a rich man. I'd have enough money to build me a Dominator. I can't condone or encourage that behavior, but I can say I understand. It's really cool seeing like the 4 different, actually there's 5 different rain curtains. See if I can turn a little bit more for you guys. There we go. Yeah, look at all the rain curtains, guys. That's so cool. You see all these different storms popping up, all these different updrafts, and now we just need them to kind of organize into one. But it's such a pretty view out here, and you can definitely, if you're doing a lower key chase like I might be doing today, you can really get into your zen out here. I've had 2 cars pass me on this road for the past, 45 minutes we've been here. But now that I move you guys a little bit again, we're keeping an eye on that rain curtain there that you see to your right. You can see that that's the biggest one. So that's going to be the storm we are watching. Look how messy. It's really messy.
Yeah, but I think that if
Lots of storms.
This can stay isolated and not combine with this one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, as you guys can see on the radar in that bottom right corner of the screen, there's a lot of storms going up at around the same spot. And you can visualize it too with all the different rain curtains you see on the screen. We're looking a little bit to the southwest here. So what we're really waiting on is to see if any of these storms can kind of congeal with each other and become one bigger storm. Otherwise, it's just going to kind of be a mixed threat of severe wind and hail. So yeah, guys, again, that darker cloud rain curtain you see on that right side, that's kind of the one we're watching, but we're kind of watching everybody too as they move our way. That one to the right has the most structure. And then I'll have to see if I can update that description later. That's another thing to do. Yeah, guys, this is the first day of many days kicking off for severe storms and chasing. Threat really builds into this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, focused down towards Texas and Oklahoma. A little bit less clear of a tornado threat for those days, so I don't know if I'm going to drive that far for it. But then Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday all look like they could be a little bit more high ceiling days, so we're going to keep an eye on those, and they'll be a little bit more local to me being from Kansas City. So
Rain cooled air.
Not
Unless it's your AC.
yeah. Oh, that was a good lightning strike. I think you guys may have seen that. See if it pops up on stream. Yeah, that may be the AC is coming from the front windshield. This is blowing up on onto the phone. Thought it was like right there. Maybe I missed it.
Where's your friend at?
Which one?
Oh, it's supposed to meet us.
Oh, I don't know. Well, it wasn't like set in stone.
Oh.
It was just if we were close. Welcome back, Gizmo. As you can see, there's lots of rain curtains starting to come together. So we're watching storms develop, but there's a little bit of a messy mode going on. Lots of storms all together. So we're just going to give it time and patience because we have another couple hours of sunlight to do that. We believe, we believe, we believe. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying just this kind of relaxing view that we have here as we watch storms develop. We should hopefully get a better view here soon as these storms work our direction. Kind of see some lightning strikes occasionally off in the distance there as these storms slowly intensify. And we can also kind of see, you're going to see this storm right here. You kind of see a little bit of a base forming, that little bit of lowering of that cloud. It's not a wall cloud or anything, but it's a sign to us that the storm is starting to organize and get some structure. And we've got the big rain curtain off to the right there, that bigger storm. It's not really producing much lightning yet, but this is a really, really good view of all these cells popping up. And we're just kind of able to stay out ahead of it. That's almost a horseshoe vortex.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really see it. Oh, Gizmo. Oh my gosh. I'll have to go back and look. I think like 0.1% or less of the time it has, well, no, not EF5, but yeah, that would be insane to have a really big tornado today. That would blow all of our storm chaser minds collectively. Yeah, guys, we still got good southerly winds, got the good Gulf moisture continuing to move in out ahead of these storms. Dew points are lackluster a little bit, not gonna lie, but we're getting storm initiation despite it being messy. And we're just gonna kind of stay out ahead of it until we get some organization or you name it. Okay, so there'd be a detour there to keep going straight east. Or, oh yeah, that would work right there. Google Maps just told me a severe thunderstorm watch may affect our route, just so everyone knows. We might be in danger. The other thing I'm going to do real quick is find a radio station. So I don't know why it took me this long to figure it out, but radio stations typically play weather service alerts as they get broadcasted. And because I never carry a weather radio with me, I like listening to the broadcast warnings. So we found a station. We can't play the music. I'm not going to get copyright strikes. But should a warning get issued for our area, I think they might just do tornado warnings. We'll see if we can listen into it. That fire off to our south is still going. Doesn't really look much different right now. But here we go, guys. You can kind of see now we've got one updraft here, one right here. See how that gap's closing? We're starting to get storm mergers. And the more storm mergers we can get, the better chance we'll have an isolated storm pop out of the mix. And that's what we want for really great structure and possibly a tornado, although I'm not necessarily feeling it today. Never say never. You may hear storm chasers refer to the golden hour. That is between 7 and 8 o'clock, right around and before sunset. That is when what is called the low-level jet increases. So those low-level winds just above the surface, as the sun sets, the surface begins to cool because it's losing the radiational heating from the sun. When that surface is cooling, it ramps up the winds above the surface. And severe storms and supercells can use those winds to organize itself, put down tornadoes, big hail, damaging winds, you name it. And so when we get to that golden hour, when those winds begin to increase, that's when we can see storms really organize themselves and put out the best effort that they can. So people must be getting home from work here. Again, we're sitting just south of Fairbury, Nebraska. We've got, as you guys can kind of see on radar, a cluster of storms moving our way. We're sitting out ahead of it. And here in the next 20-30 minutes or so, we will probably relocate further east and just keep letting them come towards us as they attempt to organize. We were hoping it wouldn't be as messy as what is happening, but we're out here, and so we are going to have some fun with it. And again, guys, we're south of town, looking southwest towards all the storms. And I am not sponsored by any radar application. I use radar scope myself for storm chasing. If you have radar scope or want to purchase radar scope, I highly encourage it. It is a very, very great radar app that has been around for a long time, and they continue to do constant improvements to it and making it a better experience for storm chasers. If you do not want to purchase anything, that is completely understandable. There is an app called WeatherWise that I have used. A lot of chasers are sponsored by WeatherWise, including some streamers, and it is a great free app to follow along, and you can follow along with my storm chase. I'm working on ways to maybe get my location shared in some of these apps, and so hopefully that can happen one day. But for now, you guys could at least follow on radar, and you can match what you're seeing on radar to what you're seeing on my stream here, and that is a fantastic way to learn. And if you guys haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. It is a free, easy way to support me and my channel, and I try to post storm content about every other day at minimum when I'm not chasing, so you will always have something cool pop up in your feed. So come give me a follow, and let's enjoy some storm chasing together. The radar app you use is called WX. Let's see here. I have not used WX myself, so if that's something that's working well for you, that's fantastic, Gizmo. Definitely keep using it. If you ever want to check out some of the other ones, like I said, WeatherWise, Radar Omega, WX Front, Radar Scope, there's a whole bunch out there, so a lot of those do at least have a free version. Yeah, we can see these storms are starting to develop a little bit of structure. Just a really great view here. I'm really satisfied with where we're at, and this is perfect for kind of a conditional tornado day where you just want to enjoy the view. No pressure. That's what we're doing. So yeah, guys, another quick plug for me. I'm on all social media platforms. You can find me at KC Tornado Chaser on Instagram, Twitch, X. I'm working on Snapchat. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do one, but like I said, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. I'm on TikTok now too, working a way to go live on there. And then Facebook also, I am working on a way for my page to pop up correctly, so I can definitely link it at some point here, but it may be difficult to look up, so give me a moment. Let me I'm trying to get you guys over for this fire too. I'll just keep adjusting as I can here. There we go.
What's going on right there in front of us?
Just a nice little base forming. Yeah, Gizmo, 100%. I think all radar apps should be free, to be quite honest. I understand why some of them are going to charge for the more premium products. It's definitely worth it if you get serious into storm chasing to probably pay for something. But to just track it from home and watch some live streams and start learning it, WX app may be perfect for you. So definitely stick with that. especially if you can see other products integrated with it. That's a really great way to effortlessly learn, and that's super cool. I like the apps where it's just kind of all in one. So for those of you just tuning in, we are south of Fairbury, Nebraska right now by just a few miles, looking off to our southwest. We've got multiple storms popping up out in front of us. You can see a bunch of the rain curtains as these storms try to consolidate. It's kind of a messy storm mode right now, but they're all moving our direction. So we're kind of letting it just come here as we wait for them to organize. And we'll probably move east and relocate here probably in about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, just to kind of stay out of these and see what organizes. Well, I mean, here's your dominant supercell right here
That's
for
the
me.
one I was talking about.
Is it moving east? Because then we need to drop to it. It's still moving.
Northeast.
Let me put it on radar loop. That's gonna be moving east, dude.
It says northeast.
I think it's that one right there. I know, but look at the motion. A little bit easterly. Now the other thing too is it's about to crash into all these storms.
Right. It's just gonna line out.
Man, look at that, Belleville. I was talking about Belleville earlier, guys, about going there, but
Here's
then
the other one.
I just wasn't confident enough. Dude, that needs to be on a canvas. Seriously, print that on a canvas. Hey, Tig. No tornadoes yet. No tornadoes yet. We are watching some organizing storms, and let me turn you guys. This is let me make sure. This storm right here is the one we're keeping an eye on. It looks a little bit...
Ooh, that fire's out of control.
Yeah, let me show you guys this fire now. Bear with the Subaru screaming.
Keep going.
Look at that fire right there, guys. Yeah, Tig, no tornado yet. We're here for it if it happens, though. We're watching everything very closely. Stick with us. You may see something cool. We've got some storms starting to organize themselves. They haven't quite organized yet, but you guys see that really big fire there. It's really taken off in the past about 15 minutes or so. It's starting to get more out of control. Not a great sign at all. There's quite a few fire trucks on scene, so yeah, Tig, if you're in the risk area today, just stay tuned to the weather forecast. Tornadoes are very low on the hazard list today, so they're the least likely scenario, but definitely stay tuned. There is a short window, and we will be here to cover it for you. Yeah, guys, I went ahead and turned so you can see that fire, too, off to our south. Looking really intense. Those of you maybe just joining, we are south of Fairbury, Nebraska, now looking straight south. So straight south of town. It looks like probably closer to the state line.
Put a cell here.
Starting to get some mergers and nudgers. Yep, here you go. There's the warning for moving east now at 30. You want to go down there?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to go intercept the storm.
I see a lightning.
Make sure I got everything. All right. Let me make sure. Yeah, let's go straight south. Alrighty, guys. We have identified a storm that has caught our interest to our south. It is moving straight east, which is generally a sign that it could produce a tornado at some point. And so we're going to go ahead and head down to it as it kind of moves our way. And stay tuned, y'all. This is going to get interesting. We will probably run into some hail, too. Yes, Gizmo is correct. The Mother Nature does not care what tornado risk is put out. She will do her own thing anyway. So guys, we are moving south now back towards Kansas. There's a supercell that has developed. I do have concerns with it, with the amount of storms out ahead of it, that it may become rain wrapped pretty quick, but we're going to go ahead and go see it. The structure here looks pretty decent, but we're out here to storm chase, you know? We're not seeing a mothership isolated supercell like we were hoping for. And we'll also get a quick peek at this fire, too. So thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It is really appreciated. Free way to support me and my storm chasing. I am always posting new content, so if you enjoy storms and all the different views and aspects of it, please give me a follow, and I will keep you all updated on the newest events. I'm working to really build social media this year, so expect newer things as the season progresses. I even watched this one too.
Yeah, watch this backside.
Yeah. So guys, please, of course, feel free to leave any questions or comments. I will do my best to look at them. But now that the chase is kind of on, it may be more intermittent, so please don't be disappointed or take it personal if I don't respond right away. We're now fielding a couple different storm opportunities here. There's one directly to our south and one kind of off to our west we are watching. The only thing that stinks is road networks are absolutely horrendous over here.
But at least we have an east-west route, which is 36. Your north and south is probably going to be...
It's back towards
right here.
Yeah. Yeah, you see some tracers right there on it. Oh, guys, this fire looks pretty intense on stream. It's definitely a big one. Peace, Gizmo, Reed Timmer's little dog. Gizmo's chasing with all of us in spirit. #1 storm chasing dog, who almost won Storm Chaser of the Year last year. We're Hall of Fame, one of two. Guys, you can see the fire trucks here pop now as they work this fire. This is a lot more intense than we were thinking. Oh my gosh, look how thick that is.
Starting to get an inflow.
You guys see that off to the right side there?
Starting to get an inflow on that storm.
Oh, over there?
Yeah. Inflow too.
I don't know, maybe this one's the one to watch. The only kicker is we're going to have to drive through it. Should have got a piece. Oh. Guys, it's the thrills of storm chasing, is when you have so many cells working together to disrupt.
See it?
Yeah, it's kind of harder to pick a target and... Oh, wow.
Oh shit, they gotta clear down
like it was probably a controlled burn that is no longer controlled. Thankfully, there's a nice soaker coming in, so that should hopefully put it out. It is about 3/4 of a mile to a mile north of the state line in Nebraska where this fire is. And we will hopefully have a better view of the storm here for you guys momentarily. We're kind of repositioning, reacquiring our target, and I will say things look interesting over probably the next hour and a half as these storms kind of consolidate. We might be in for a treat still. I'm not ruling this setup out at all yet. It's just kind of a messy beginning. I don't even know which one to pick right now. There are too many options. This one's got better. Yeah.
That's the one I was pointing at.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the slanted. You guys see the slanted rain curtains? Just goes to show you how much shear there is. And that can be encouraging, some cyclone developing here. This is going to be the one we want. That storm you guys are seeing off to the right side is going to be our target storm for the time being. And as I say things, override me if you have a different thought. But
I'm just watching things right now.
yeah, but we've got an intensifying mesocyclone that you're seeing on the right side there.
It's just one of those decisions that once you make, you gotta commit.
Yeah. Well, especially with the road network spaced out the way it is. So yeah, guys, target storm for the time being is on the right side of the screen there. It's developing a strong mesocyclone, which is another word for a rotating storm. And you can see how heavy the rain curtains are, along with the hail too. There's pretty nice size hail in there, at least quarters.
Other issues, rain map.
I'm hoping that there's enough venting, that tilted rain shaft there. Because when I'm talking about venting, I'm talking about how efficient a storm is able to push the precipitation, all that rain. How efficient is it able to push that away from where it normally produces a tornado? Yeah, boy, here we go. So with these storms still like really interacting, look at that. With these storms really interacting and merging with each other, it's going to take just a little bit longer to get one dominant. But once it does, I'm hoping we're in for a treat, guys. You are correct, Gizmo. So a mesocyclone is what makes up a supercell. It's the spinning column of the main part of the storm, that spinning column of air. That's what helps create big hailstones and tornadoes. You can have tornadoes without a mesocyclone, typically like landspouts. But most of the time, your tornadoes are going to be from supercells, and another word for a supercell would be a mesocyclone. Dude. Yeah, he said he would be.
He's on that backside of that storm down here.
Yeah, this one is really concerning. I can't show you guys right now, but if anybody's looking at radar, and that goes for you too, Gizmo, if you want to see what storm we're on right now, look for Brantford, Kansas. It's going to be the eastern severe thunderstorm warning along on Highway 36. If you look at it on velocity, you see a really tight gradient between greens and reds. I say not really tight, it's kind of broad, but you see that red and green. Right now, that's indicative of a mesocyclone developing. The unfortunate part is the cell is going to be merging with all these other storms. So it's probably not going to produce a tornado this time around. But there's multiple storms here organizing, so the second one becomes dominant, we'll have to be there for it. And you guys can kind of see that storm off to your right side there. We're starting to parallel it, so we're not going to have the greatest view right now. But let us get on the backside of these guys, and we can make that happen. Whoa, look at that.
Yes, when I was the other bus mentioned too.
Woo! Nearly 2-inch hail. Not on the storm we're on, guys. No 2-inch hail on this one. There's another storm, the furthest west one, near Republic, Kansas. It's got a nasty hail core on it. Anybody in Republic, Kansas, be sure you're inside right now, because that hail core is over your town.
Yeah.
Just a nice inflow notch. I honestly, looks like we're going to have 2 or 3 supercells here, and I like it. I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Interesting that all the models were consistent that this was going to happen further north.
Right.
Instead, it's happening further south of the boundary.
Which is fine because we were close enough anyway.
Right.
I just wish we were more, like you said, we should have gone more west.
Towards Belleville.
Because once it did develop, we'd gone the back side of it.
Yeah.
And being that it's a slow mover.
I just got to debate, do we sit down here at the intersection and let it hit us to get back behind it? Or do we drive east and let it cross 36 and then come up behind it? What do you guys think? I'm curious what you have to say. Should we let this storm, it doesn't have very big hail in it right now. It does have hail, not very big. Should we let it hit us? Or should we try and get out ahead of it and then sneak back in behind it? Oh my god.
Let's go also down.
This is when I wish I didn't have a sunroof. Because there's every bit of me right now saying sit in that. But with the sunroof, I don't know. That hail core is getting stronger, guys. We may be up to golf balls. Thank you, Clyde. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, joining.
Thanks, Clyde.
Yeah, guys, we're probably going to have to get a little bit ahead of this because this hail is getting big. I'd love to give you guys a view right now, and I promise I will as soon as I can. You'll be able to straighten that camera for me. To straighten it to the road. Yeah, thank you. Muchas gracias.
Dude, I bought armor from February.
About an hour ago. Alrighty, y'all, we're on the outskirts of this storm now, the severe warning storm. We're going to reissue the severe thunderstorm warning here shortly, and I'll be curious if they go with some bigger hail. We're back in Kansas. get through town here. I apologize, it's not showing the city name I'm in, it's just showing you the county that is on my to-do list to get fixed. For sure. We're probably going to head back to Washington, Kansas. We were just there a couple hours ago.
Boston sucks.
Yeah, it's trying to pick up on that one behind it. And yeah, guys, we've got a couple dominant supercells right now trying to fight to be the bigger one. Thinking about going over to Washington here, potentially that far. There's a southern road if we need it. Otherwise, we can keep following it back to, there's like a north-south road there that's probably paved to the east of Washington. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to sit here.
Not in the hill.
But I feel like we can get south for this.
Yeah.
And there's...
Yeah, she's increasing on velocity.
Yeah. I don't think there's any paved. Yeah, guys, that's another big thing about storm chasing is
Road network.
road networks and being able to navigate at the last second. You gotta stay on your toes and you gotta pick your road network wisely. You get caught on a muddy, dead-end road,
You're done.
that's no bueno. If this hail core was a little bit weaker, I would totally show you guys, but it is up to bigger than ping pong ball right now. We're looking at golf ball size hail, 1.75 inch hail with this storm. That's literally just a few miles to our west.
Yeah, she picked up on it. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm wondering as they start to work with each other, one's going to become dominant. I bet this one ingests this one because it's so strong right now. And again, guys, if you're leaving comments, thank you. Thank you. I will take a look at them as soon as I can. We're currently repositioning on a severe thunderstorm warning, and we are trying to avoid bigger than golf ball size hail just off to our west.
Shit, that storm to the south. 44,000 feet.
Which one? This one? Oh, that one. What about the one? This one? Alright, guys, we are going to now blast east towards Washington.
43.
Okay. This location right here is about to get battered in hail in the next few minutes.